Alright, I don't know if I'm going to pose this with audio or not, but just stay there. I'm going to get water and play music and stuff. Alright. Well, hopefully you guys can hear me and that's not too loud. I just wanted to talk. Just wanted to have a vlog style video. See how it does. I don't have a script. I don't really have a plan. I can say I just watched oh my god, that's not how you say his name. Markiplier's Iron Lung. And I gotta be real with you, I was really happy with it. I had my concerns going in, whether or not it would be like, you know, like, I don't know. It's hard to interpret games, and that game is not super involved. Like, it has a lot of vibes and atmosphere, but in terms of lore and that kind of stuff, I never thought it had like too much. And what it did, I was like, how do you make a whole movie out of that? And not to spoil anything, but I think Mark kind of nailed it. And I have to like sit with a thought for a while for it to like, this is the sound of the tape by the way, for it to like really make sense to me. But I think based on initial impressions that this is so hard to do with a camera in the way. Oh my god, oh my god. There we go. Based on initial impressions, I think this might be one of my favorite video game movie adaptations. Not that that's a huge bar at the moment, but it is it is getting more and more, like, there are more and more things in video game movie category that are just being good movies now. And I think this is one of them. I really liked it. And so I was going to do some fan art of the movie. I liked the pacing of it. I liked the art direction of it. I liked the liberties that were taken. I think they did it really well while staying true to the source material. I don't know how the internet's going to feel about it. The internet always has a fucking opinion and loves to lose their mind over everything, but hopefully Mark knows that he did a good job, at least in my opinion. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna just draw and talk. I wanted to show you guys something. Hold on. Check this out. I did a painting yesterday. I think it was acrylic. It was like a paint and sip in my local community, and I decided to go and kind of on the fly drew this motorcycle, and it came out alright for kind of like never having used that type of paint before, and them having basically like the most basic of art supplies. I'm talking like they bought a couple packs of brushes and the starter colors for acrylic paints, like in the super small tubes. This came out alright. So it made me want to keep painting. So no digital today. But yeah, I thought that looked cool. Just wanted to show it off. Oh my god. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. It's a record for anyone who's curious. And I like putting records on when I work. I don't do it too much, but I do like doing it because it gives you like an automatic reason to stop. Because you gotta like flip the record if you want the music to keep going. And I don't particularly enjoy working in silence. By the way, I don't really have a plan here. I'm just kind of winging it. I got like a reference of Markiplier's face. That's about it. So we're gonna just kind of go based off that. I'm not too worried about the initial sketch too, because it's all gonna get painted over. I am gonna use some gouache, and got some old gouache here that I'll make the base. I'm just trying to remember kind of a feeling that the movie gave me. Well, hopefully everything's going good with y'all. And hopefully you're maybe you're just drawing with me. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll post this audio. I might just do what I normally do and speed up the footage and just completely bail on this. Talking and drawing's hard, man. I don't even know, like, I swear to God I had like things to talk about. Now I'm just kind of blanking. I was planning on doing some fan art in general anyway, but originally I was going to do some ZZZ stuff. Yeah, if there's cuts in this, it's because I stopped talking. Maybe I should have done the sketch first and then started talking. But yeah, at this group event where I did that painting of the motorcycle, I met a writer, and when they saw my painting, they're like, "Oh, you're like really good," and I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And I told them I'm trying to be an illustrator. I'm trying to make it my living, you know. And they then told me about this group of writers that meet up, and they kind of, I guess they just talk about writing stuff and tips and bounce ideas off each other. I don't really know. What I do know is they were like, one of my friends who's writing a children's book could use an illustrator. And I was like, oh my God. So, I don't know. I find it funny. One of my biggest issues is I need to network more. I need to put myself out there, right? And I have trouble with that when it comes to online specifically. I kind of never been an online person when it comes to like making friends and making connections and that kind of stuff. I've always been way better in person, which I think is probably the opposite problem for most people. But for me, I don't get it. Like, and not like, oh, you can't have friends online or whatever. I'm sure at one point when I was young and stupid, I believed that, but I've seen like what kind of amazing friendships can exist purely just by online, and I just never learned those skills. I don't know how to like join a community. I don't know how to, like, my partner's tried to show me. She's like, you just go into this, you just sign up for a Discord or whatever, and then you jump into the conversation. And it feels so overwhelming. Like, the conversation's going a million miles an hour, and just, I don't know. I don't know when to join. I don't know what to say if I do say something. Just, I don't know. Maybe I'm like alone on this one, because I feel like maybe a lot of people, especially artists, feel infinitely more comfortable kind of online, but I don't. Not when it comes to meeting people. So my only other option is to like go in person and actually meet people And the problem with that is I'm an introvert. And so though I have the skills to do so, those events are very, very tiring. But I mean, look what happened. I went to not even like a real hardcore art event or whatever, and I met someone who potentially could get me in with someone who needs art done for their book. And that was just like a local little like art and sip kind of thing, you know? Yeah, I just gotta get over myself, go out, make the effort, right? If I'm not gonna use social media, if I'm not gonna use all the new methods, I'm gonna rely on old school stuff. I gotta put in the legwork. And like I said, I don't know where I'm kind of going with this. This doesn't even really look like Markiplier. It looks like some rando. But I'm just kind of vibing. Going based on vibes. A lot of it will show up better in the render. Hopefully you guys are doing good. If anyone even watches this one. I don't think anyone watched the first one. That's okay. I mean, it's the new year, so hopefully your new year is going good. And if you made resolutions, I hope the resolution is going good. You know? It's easy to drop out of it really quick. But hopefully that's not the case for you. My New Year's resolution was just essentially like try to post one short a week and do one long form piece of content a month. So nothing too crazy, but important nonetheless to like remain consistent. I do not remember what this ship looks like, so you're gonna have to just bear with me and pretend like this is what it looked like. I'm probably getting too detailed with the sketch already. It's gonna get all covered up. But yeah, I've had a couple of resolutions this year. I saw a cool video, and I can't remember the person's name, so sorry. But I saw a cool video. The idea behind their video was like, don't make goals or resolutions. Like, make experiments and then just see how they plan out. I like that. I like the shift in mentality. Because, like, if you fail a goal, it means, like, you didn't achieve something. Like, there's a certain amount of negativity there. But if an experiment fails, that's just part of experimentation. Like some things work out, some things don't. And maybe that's why I like that idea so much. Because, like, just like this drawing, like, even if it doesn't work out, it fails, you still learn something from it, right? Like, you still accomplish something. This is looking nothing like this is looking nothing like Markiplier. I don't know who this fucking guy is, but it ain't him. That's alright. It's okay. Maybe I should just stop and just move on to painting. See if I can get the feeling right of like the crazy stuff. He did, man, I don't know how much they spent on the movie. I don't know like what their budget was or like what they were willing to like do, like if they took out a loan or if he funded it or what. But I think they did so good for like what it is, because if you've seen it, you know that like, and if you played the game, this is not a spoiler, but the whole game takes place in the Iron Lung. It's like a submarine, right? Super small. Not a ton of things that are going on there, but they make it feel correct. Like, it reminds me of what do you call it? It reminds me of Firefly. How like so much of that show just takes place on the ship, and that ship is huge, but it like gives it life, and the ship becomes a character in itself, and you care about kind of what is going on and whatnot. And Iron Lung does a really good job of like doing that in a movie alone, where there's like, it would feel like there's not enough time to like establish stuff and like get things done. And yet, not only do they get all the stuff done, it's a slow burn, right? It's not like action in your face all the time. It actually like super well paced and has a slow burn and works its way up to like a really satisfying, like, now we're in the thick of it kind of situation. Your shoulders are way too small. You're fucking jacked. What am I doing? You're like supposed to be like way the hell out of here. The music stopped. I gotta flip the record. And it probably means that I should probably just move on. Just start painting. See what happens. Should probably pull up reference. Like actually look at like what the hell this guy's costume look like. No, his face is like way longer. What the heck? It's actually like up here. Well, too late now. I'll paint over it. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Prada's water. This. What do I want to do? Like I said, I don't really have a plan. I'm going to use my existing colors here. Is this going to be good? Is that a decent color? It's probably fine. I bet it's probably fine. This is my entire process, by the way. It's just being like, it'll probably work. It'll probably be okay. Yeah, that nasty rust brown. Give me that. Talking. I have to keep talking. Otherwise, we will die. Not really, but it. Oh shit! No, we're fine. Almost knocked over the water, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, man. I don't even know what the flip to say. I have so much to say And then I turn on a camera, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I've never spoken in my life. I don't know what the fuck are words. Why would I need words? That's insane. Words are silly. You don't need words. I'll be real. I think I'm just gonna end up not posting this and just do a voiceover. So what is there to lose? If I'm just gonna post over it, what the hell do I have to lose? Just talk about stuff. I have resolutions. It's New Year's. Let's talk about that. I already told you about my YouTube ones. I want to post more frequently, and I actively want to do one long video a month. And I don't know what the format is yet. I did have a format. I had this idea to do a video about what is it called? Wabi sabi? What is it called? When you like put broken stuff back together with gold? Oh, kintsugi. That's what it's called. When you like put stuff together that's broken, not specifically, but like most commonly, like broken like pottery or dishes or that kind of stuff. I have this dish that I really like. It's like a tea saucer, and I cracked the shit out of it. And I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's a miracle that I didn't break it earlier, because, buddy, I don't have good luck when it comes to like fragile materials. I try to be very careful. It's not like I'm a careless person, because I'm not, but I'm just prone to breaking crap like that. I always have been. And it like, I put it in the sink and I was doing something and I put something on top of it, and it completely just cracked into like 4 pieces. And what's funny is it's a teacup and a saucer, right? And they're both based off of Iroh from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I love Iroh, man. Freaking one of the greatest characters of all time. One of my favorite characters of all time. If I could become like even 50% of what Iroh is in terms of like positivity and support and how he cares about people and what he believes in and how he fights for it and that kind of stuff, I would be happy with who I've become and how I treat people and all that good stuff. I try. I'm not like evil or something, but there's always room for improvement. And I think in terms of a role model, even though he's animated, I feel like he's a pretty good role model. I feel like you can't really go wrong being more like Uncle Iroh, you know? But the point I was going to make is that it's Uncle Iroh tea set broke the saucer. And instead of getting upset, instead of kind of losing my mind, I just kind of was like, well, damn, that sucks. And kind of just took a deep breath and was like, well, it was bound to happen, right? It's me. So, like, of course it was going to break. And I was just kind of happy. I was like, man, I can't believe it. I can't believe that it lasted this long. That's kind of crazy. I've had it for years at this point. And, it had chips and whatnot. But it never was like unusable, and I use it, on a weekly basis, multiple times a week. We're talking every morning for tea for a while, and then I got into coffee, and now it's like every other morning I kind of switch off tea and coffee. So when it broke, I was like, figures. It was about time. And I was going to throw it away. And I kind of was like, you know what? I wonder if I can do the kintsugi. I wonder if I can do that. Looked it up. And of course it's like you have to get like a special resin or lacquer, and you get like you put everything together and you get gold powder, and then you brush it on top, and then it dries, and you know, yada yada yada. It's a process. It's not super complicated. But I was like, I don't think I have access to lacquer, so maybe this is kind of not the right way to go about it. But of course, the internet being the internet, people have already figured out different methods, more modern methods to kind of like replicate the same thing. And you can get the same results with like 2-part epoxy and some gold powder. And I was going to that was going to be my first video, man. It was going to be a video about kintsugi and how, I don't know, life is kind of like that. Sometimes shit doesn't work out. Sometimes stuff breaks. You just gotta kind of roll with the punches. And if you can, just, if you can love the imperfections, if you can learn to kind of just enjoy what's there, I think life is better. And I went to go. What does this need? What color does this need? I have red. So like blues and greens? I think so. I think that. But yeah, I went to order the stuff. Just 2-part epoxy, some gold powder. And it was expensive. No matter where I ordered it from, it was going to be expensive. Mostly because of shipping. The shipping was like as much or more than the supplies. And I was like, I can't justify this. Like, we have craft stores that are close by. I'll just go get them. And then, at the time of recording this, we are coming out of that crazy winter storm that was happening here in Texas. And everything was iced over. And no one could get anywhere for a hot minute. And so, all of a sudden, the one video that I had planned that I wanted to do just wasn't able to happen. And so that's why I'm doing this one. I'm just kind of winging it. I think I've mentioned that I'm not in this one, but in the other video that I think literally have 0 views. I think I mentioned that I'm not much of an editor, but I'm trying to get into a better mindset with that. And I think I could make some cool stuff if I put in the effort. But I have to put in the actual effort. And that may or may not be something I can do and enjoy. It might be something I have to do and just kind of grit my teeth and get through it. Which, there's always a part of the process that you might not super duper enjoy. For a lot of people, it's like the clerical work, like the admin tasks that you got to do when it comes to art. And if you're trying to like make an art business like I want to make. But yeah. That's why I'm doing this video, because the other one kind of fell through. And I'll do it next. And I can get back outside and go shopping, not have to worry about the weather and all that good stuff. But I want to make an effort to keep that goal. 1 video a month, 1 longer video a month. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's like this, Or I feel like I'm just fucking rambling. Hey, you know what? At least it's up. At least it's gonna go up. And that means that I've done at least one thing that I said I was going to do. So I have a couple of other resolutions. I'm one of those people who's been like learning a language for the past, I don't know, like 10 fucking years. And I still don't have a full grasp on that language. It's Japanese, by the way, is the language. And I've been kind of half-assing it. So I also wanted to get that together, start my art business, start working out more seriously, which I was already working out, but just more seriously, like pushing myself, seeing what I'm capable of. Pretty standard New Year's resolutions, I think. Yeah, I think this is gonna work out. Trusting the process. That's a huge freaking thing I'm relearning. I feel like I've learned it and forgotten it and learned it again. And that happens every once in a while, that I'm gonna have to keep doing that circle of just learning how to trust the process. Because every time I'm like, this is gonna turn out crappy, I'm gonna hate this. More often than not, at the very least, I'm like, you know what? This is fine. Like, this is fine. And sometimes I'm like, I really like this. Like the last one I did, I didn't even record, and go figure, I ended up really liking it. I didn't even record it. Oh my god, the music's up already? Bro, I don't even know. How long have I been doing this? How long has this video been going? 38 minutes. How short are these freaking sides? What the hell? This is a whole like OST. What? In case anyone's wondering. It's the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. Just alright. See how this thing is going. It'll be fine. 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 Let's get this more muddy. I want more like bleh green for some of this lighting. That's too close to his shirt. Kind of just being real loose with this. Hope I can just fix it later. Oh, that's purple. Did I want purple? Do I want purple? I don't think I want purple. That's okay. Maybe I want purple. I'm gonna try this. Hey. Actually, you know what? This is gonna work. It's gonna work fine. Because I'm gonna come back in with black in these areas anyway. So it's gonna work. I wanted there to be a light source from this thing. It's supposed to be like the camera, if that makes sense. What the hell were we talking about? Doesn't matter? I don't think it matters. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll get better at this. I just gotta put in the reps. That's how it always works, isn't it? Should have made like a list of things that I wanted to cover, or had like a theme. What are we talking about? Paint and sip, potential of getting a job if I can make it. That's the problem, right? I don't know if I can make the little meeting. It might be a huge meeting. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can make the meeting because of work. It's another thing that's going on. I took a job. I'm very happy to have a job. I was unemployed for a very long time when I decided to kind of make this change and go after art as a career. And I am not yet at the level of an artist where I can consistently get work. But I'm still gonna try. However, I need to make rent, man. I gotta pay my friggin' bills. So I took a job working retail. Worked there for a couple months. And now they want to promote me. They want me to be a manager. Which is like awesome. You know, I can't complain. That's cool. But I keep wondering, am I going to have the time to do this and deal with what it takes to manage a store with other people, mind you? I'm not like the only manager. Lord knows I'll have people who I can ask for help. And it might even not be that hard. But keep thinking, like, what if it takes over like what I want to do? My big problem that I had on my last job was that I put work first. I love everything, man. Like, story as old as time, I'm sure, but it snuck up on me. I cared so much about a company and their success. Trying to like make the right calls. Trying to do my best. And by the time I realized I was trying too hard, 6 years had gone by. And then they laid me off. And it's like, damn. I could have been using that time to get better at art. Could have. Doesn't matter though. Hoping, whining, wishing things were a little bit different. It's all useless. Because you can't change anything. You can only work with what you got. But I think about that, and I'm just the type of person who like wants to try their best at their job. Right? Like, you're paying me, I'm gonna give you your money's worth. That's always been my mindset. And employers like it. But doesn't mean that's what's best for me. And so now I'm kind of stuck between, like, I could really use the money, not having to worry about rent and that kind of stuff would be really nice. Because at the moment I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck. But then again, it's like, do you fall into that trap? Am I gonna let history repeat itself? Look 5 years down the line, I'm just no closer to the goal that is set. It's really up to me, isn't it? Another lesson I've learned. I put so many things in front of my wants, whether it's like family or my partner, or friends, or whatever. You know, I want to be a good friend, I want to be a good partner, I want to be a good parent, I want to be a good son, but like, something they don't tell you is when you're younger, you're like, assuming you have like a decent family, decent childhood, some people aren't so fortunate. Other people kind of set you up for happiness, you know? And when you grow up, you have to realize that, oh, now I'm responsible for my own happiness. Like, it's not gonna happen to me. I have to actively seek it out. Because if I don't do it, there's no guarantee anyone else will. Like, if you have someone in your life who actively tries to put your happiness first, that's awesome. Like, great. How cool is that? But no one is required to. Like, that shit's on you. You know? I had all the opportunity, all the resources to make stuff happen for me before. But I always put other people first. And now I don't have the resources. And I'm gonna have to do this on hard mode. There's things I want to do. I want to go to Japan. Absolutely had the funds to do that before. Not anymore. I wanted to learn to ride a motorcycle. Had the funds and I had the time. Not anymore. And this is not like a complaint. I know it sounds like one, but it isn't. It's like a realization. You know, my partner, I waited for her financial situation to get better. I waited for her to be in a place where we can go to like Japan together and start traveling together, and I put a bunch of stuff aside. Times changed. Don't have that kind of money anymore. Don't have that kind of time anymore. But she does. And she made the choice that she wanted to go to Korea. Like, that was her dream. She's always wanted to do that. And that means that she's going to go alone. She's going to go without me. And like, I remember being kind of like upset, being like, damn, man, that sucks. Like, if I would have known that you were willing to kind of go by yourself, I would have gone by myself. And that's kind of when it really dawned on me. I was like, you gotta make plans for yourself. And if other people can join you, if other people can do it with you or go somewhere with you or do something with you, whether it's like a trip or a project or whatever, like, that's awesome. How cool is that? But like, you gotta fucking commit and just do it. Like, yeah, it sucks that sometimes you gotta do it alone, but No one else is gonna do it for you. Probably just rambling. Maybe this doesn't mean anything to anyone, but to me it was like, I was like, how cool are you to like, you said you're gonna go to Korea and you're gonna do it. So yeah, something that I'm gonna work on this year is genuinely like doing the things I want to do. Not waiting for like the right time or the perfect opportunity or for certain people in my life to be ready to jump on board or to like put other people first. I put myself first. Like, what is the stuff that I really want to do? I want to learn how to ride a motorcycle. I want to get my license. I want to do that. So I'm going to do it. I want to start an art business. No one else is going to do that for me or with me. So I gotta figure it out myself. Hopefully you can't relate to this. Hopefully you're smarter than me. Or not even smarter, just wiser than me. To know like you gotta put yourself first sometimes. But if you're not, maybe you're in a situation where something is pending because you said that you would wait with someone or wait for someone, or maybe you're not doing something because someone doesn't approve of it. You know, they think it's too dangerous or too risky or not the smart move or whatever. But you want to do it. Take this as a sign, man. Just do it. Take the leap. Learn the skill. Have fun on a trip. Yeah. Yeah, talking this out, it's interesting. No, just saying things out loud. This is gonna be the closest thing I have to like journaling I've ever done. Because I've tried journaling and it just doesn't work for me. But maybe the long form videos. Maybe that's how I get all my thoughts out of my brain. Keep thinking like the more I talk, the more I'm gonna have to the more I'm gonna have to edit this. It's like, do I want to keep talking? Do I want to talk about this random life shit? Yeah, I do. I say that I want to keep talking about random life shit and then I immediately stop talking. I don't know how this is coming across. I don't know if this is reading as how I want it to read, but that's okay. Just gotta get it done. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just gotta get it done. They all can't be winners, and that's fine. I made a painting I was really happy with yesterday. That motorcycle one. I was like really surprised. Working with a medium that I've never worked with before. Not extensively, at least. I'm sure I must have used acrylic at some point. That's like super common, I think, like in schools and stuff, right? So like it'd be surprising if I've never touched it, but I don't remember touching it. I definitely haven't practiced with it. And that one came out alright. So yeah, man. Hope your year's starting off well. Hope it continues to be good. If it hasn't started off well, I hope it gets better. Kind of just vibing, dealing with life, trying to make this happen. Alright, the music turned off, but I'm not gonna change it. I'm just gonna focus on this. I'll probably speed this up. I don't know if anyone's made it this far anyway, so I'm just gonna focus on adding little scribbles to all this crap. See where it comes out. Alright, final stretch. How long has this been? It's been an hour. I'm gonna have to cut it down, but whatever. Let's see if I make this better or ruin it with Posca marker, because it's always how it goes, isn't it? Oh my god, do I just go for it? I really want to outline all of this side and make the screen like super bright and then like highlight shit. Is that too much? Do I just go for it? Do I see if I fucking ruin it? Okay, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Here it goes. This sketchbook is for experimentation anyway, so I should be experimenting. I tried using gel pens, these guys. I don't like them, man. Maybe it's because of my material that I usually work with. I usually work in gouache and just kind of vibe with gouache. It might just be that it's not compatible in a way that I like, but man, it almost never works out. It almost never works out. When it's on like ink, it looks pretty good. Can't lie. When I'm like using a ballpoint on India ink, it looks sick. But on gouache, not so much. Not so much. I could just run out of stuff to talk about. That's okay. Like I said, I'll get better at this. Bear with me. You watch this to the end. You're awesome. And if you didn't, you're not hearing this. But I understand. It's okay. You get better. Maybe next time I'll pick like a topic or something to go about, or pick something and stick with it. I've kind of just been rambling. And what's funny is like off camera, I'm a fucking professional rambler. I can ramble about shit all day long. Turn on my camera. How quickly I just don't know what to do anymore. I had the same issue when I was streaming, but I got over it, and I'll get over this. Is that it? That's all I want to do? Is this anything? Is this good? Is this bad? I don't know. Could it be darker? Could it be darker? Could it be darker? Man, I do not remember this song in Cowboy Bebop. Give me real view. It's one of my favorite shows, and I have no idea what this is from, what episode it is. Maybe it's like the one at the jazz bar or something. I can't remember. Just means it's time to rewatch it, baby. One of my favorite shows of all time. That and Avatar: Last Airbender. I think this is done. You definitely make it better, but for this kind of drawing, that's not gonna be anything. Like, this is not, I'm not gonna try to like put this on my portfolio. I'm not putting this on like a print or anything like that. This was just an experiment. I think the experiment was successful. It's something that I'm trying to embrace more, because I love messing around with like paints and different techniques. I mean, there's always that pressure of like, whoa, if I post this, is it any good? I'm like, screw that. Just make crap. Just have fun. Who cares? Like, I care just because I want to eventually get a job doing this. But that doesn't mean that every freaking piece has to be like something. You know? Sometimes you just do stuff because it's fun, because it feels right, because it gets out an emotion. And that's this. It's not the most accurate in the world. I don't think if I explained it, you would even know what the hell it is, but yeah, makes me happy. I think that's enough. Let's see, untaped and get a better angle. Get that crispy tape. Crispy tape line. Let's get another one. Yeah. Keep going. One more. Yeah. I like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. If nothing else, you get the satisfaction of crispy tape lines. I like this idea of like drawing to a record. In this case, it's 2 records that are back to back. But it like, I don't know. There's a time limit. And that's nice. What is today? There we go. Well, if you made it this far, thanks. Thanks for sticking around. My name is Mo Cuts Art. This is what I made today. I'm just chilling, drawing. Is it good? Is it bad? Does it work? Does it not? I don't think that was the point today. I think the point was just making sure I actually stuck to my like New Year's resolution. But at the very least, it's not terrible. That's something. So hope you guys have a good one. And I'll see you next month for the next long form one. Bye.